Well, first off, I wanted to throw a little bit of a spoiler out here so that the listeners of the top Smite podcast could get a little head start on the juicy stuff we got coming up.
Welcome to the Battleground of the Gods.
Welcome, challengers, to Battleground of the Gods, a Smite podcast. I am your host, Step Nation, and joining me today, we have BOTG.
Hey, ladies, what's up?
Nevea03.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
Willow 1771.
What's going on, bots?
And back at it again, MadAccountant.
This is madness.
Woohoo!
What are we doing?
What are we
Madness.
doing? Oh, yeah, I should have done that one. Oh, man. Darn. Forever going to regret this.
Oh man! Don't
next
worry,
time,
we'll probably
bud,
have
next
you
time.
on again.
Yeah. I'll do it
we
next
still,
time.
we still owe you a drunk lore episode. Sadly,
Yes,
this is not it.
I'm banking that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, recording on a Sunday, not our usual gimmick.
But we had to have Matt on. I feel like this is
Absolutely.
a great episode to have him on. He's got a few things to chit chat about. I'm excited.
Yeah, and thank you guys for pushing this to a Sunday, because so many of these weekends I've been away and without internet and this and that wherever the hell I am. So I'm also missing the Packer game to be here, which was an easy decision.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
But that just
I'm
go to
glad we
show.
could save you from Green Bay.
Oh. If only this was a football podcast. Oof.
Now, going places that don't have internet, that doesn't sound like too much accounting work.
No, it's not accounting work at all. Well, the family has kind of a cabin which is out of town, so we're up there,
gotcha.
and weekends are the time to do it because that's when I'm not actually working. And really, what it is take a break off from my day job to go do work up there. So one way or the other, I'm working. Yeah, I know.
Gotcha. Well, welcome back. Let's see here. Said welcome back, Mad. All right, got that done.
Got that check.
Welcome. Check. Show notes, check. Intros, check. Now, we've got an announcement.
Well, Matt has an announcement.
Yes.
This is a quick little announcement. Like I said, I wanted to do it here first. The stream is coming back, officially back, to probably where it was before the summer, where all this busyness came in. It's going to be, the first one back is going to be September 27th. That's a Friday at 6 o'clock Eastern. Like always, the 6 o'clock madness is coming back, and I'm very, very, very excited. It's been too long. And what we're going to do on that day is what I call You Play, I Pay. It is like a little bit of a fundraiser thing, and we actually have some carryover from the last time that we did it. But what it is teams sign up. You either sign up as a conquest team or a non-quest team, and you play games for a certain amount of time, say maybe like 5-6 hours. And every win that you get adds to the total amount of money that I'm going to donate to charity. And like I said, we do have some carryover from the last event I did, which I think was I want to say like 281. I'll have to go back and check that. But I think we're going to raise the stakes a little bit this time too. So it's going to be a ton of fun, and I'm looking forward to it.
So
we participated in that the last time you did it. That was a whole bunch of fun.
Yeah, I had a blast.
Cool
Yes.
event.
I feel like before we move on, I feel like we need a BOTG team for this, especially because crossplay is coming.
We had two of them last time. Nev and her squad, and then Ario and I.
Are we
with
officially
Pink
signing
and
up for this?
I already signed up.
We could get a bunch of them. Let's do it.
I
Spot saved.
You know what? As long as I'm not in the duo lane and Mad comes out of the jungle with Hercules and boulders me behind my own tower. All right?
Oh,
I'm
I
good.
remember
I'm
that
still
clear as
salty.
day, baby. That
I'm
was
still
great.
salty.
Oh man. Oh, good times, man. Those are the ones
Then
you never forget.
I had to pop in his stream afterward and why'd you do me like that, Mad?
That was good. I think you were Hachiman that game, right?
I was a non-mobile hunter.
Yeah.
I might have been Artemis or something, but yeah. I just remember being between my tier 1 and tier 2 tower and just
Getting
suddenly Hercules boulder
Oh, no.
done.
Full aggression. That's the way we like to do it.
Not when you're under leveled ADC.
No. Good times, man.
Well, why don't we get into our games this week?
Wait. There's more.
Wait. There's more?
Yes.
But wait, there's more.
Now, where is all this money going to? I know you.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
You have something that you wanted to chit chat about.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that too. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, the charity that I support mainly is called Generations Against Bullying, GAB for short. You can find them at gabnow.org. And basically what it is, it's they're out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, so pretty close to home. Same state, I guess. That's kind of close to home. And what they do is they use their resources to put community leaders, celebrities, other kinds of influencers into schools to get in touch with kids and try to combat bullying, I guess is the most simple way to put it. And I'm passionate about that because that same sort of works kind of shaped me a little bit when I was younger. I was a not so nice kid for a little bit, and they got through to me. So I believe in it, and I think it's a charity that gets less attention than it deserves.
So as I've said on the podcast many times, I work with teenage boys. That's my job. They aren't nice a lot of the times, and some of them are very hard on each other a lot of the time. I was actually just recently talking about this kind of thing with a coworker, and there is this interesting culture that is developed in online content, mostly YouTube, but now TikTok, and it used to be on Vine, and the whole vlog concept. If you know who David Dobrik is, he's an extremely famous YouTuber with tons and tons of money who makes vlogs with his buddies doing stupid things.
Yep.
And what I've noticed and what I was talking about with my coworker was that a lot of the content that you see nowadays is focused around a bullying culture, where in David Dobrik's life it's okay because he's screwing around with his friends. He buys them cars. So in his eyes it's whatever. But in reality, he is demonstrating a culture of bullying that is continuously portrayed through the teenage lifestyle, where people are getting hazed and harassed and sexually harassed and bullied. And that's why I think I am super excited that you are here to talk about this charity. You're supporting this charity because I think it's important for kids to know that it's not okay to bully. And people like David Dobrik are just making content that's funny. That doesn't mean it's okay to do that to your random, what's the word I'm looking for?
Your peers, yeah.
Yeah, your peers. That's a culture that needs to change, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And
go ahead. Keep
no,
going.
you're good.
So basically, I mean, that sort of content will always be out there, whether it's YouTube or
course.
movies or wherever it's going to be. Yeah, you know that. But I think for me, it was more sort of getting more in touch with my sensitive side and understanding how I was making kids feel. And this, like I said, this was a long time ago. This like predated even high school, but it still worked for me, and it shapes who I am today. And I think that's kind of what, or at least what I like to think that these people are trying to do, is trying to get these kids in touch with their sensitive sides and understanding, really what the effects of their behavior is having on their peers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, and I come from the opposite side of the spectrum here. When I was a freshman, sophomore in high school, I was like 5'7", 5'8", 300 pounds. I got bullied a lot. So I definitely can relate to a lot of this. I had a different strategy, though. I went and worked the fuck out and lost over 80 pounds and got ripped in high school.
Attaboy.
That stopped all that. When I became bigger than my bullies, they shut the fuck up.
And look, and there's a lot of kids that handle it well like you did, and there's a lot of kids who aren't able to. So
Exactly. Which leads to a lot of negative thinking and negative thoughts. And
Oh, I wouldn't say I handled it well. I was ready to fucking throw down at a moment's notice. I was just waiting for them to step up again. Like, once I got into shape, I'm like, let's go, guys. Anytime you want to try to bully me again, let's go. But
I would expect nothing
didn't.
less, bro.
Oh, dude, I was. They are part of, because I used to be like the nice guy. Like, if you think back in high school, you know, hey, you get that guy that all the girls said, no, you're just too nice. I think of you as a friend, and you're just too friendly. You know, you wouldn't harm a fly. I turned into a fucking asshole in high school. Not a bully, but I just turned into, like, you want to be confrontational? I am fucking confrontational. Let's go. And that wasn't necessarily the best approach, but I stopped.
The
getting
working
bullied.
out part was.
Yeah, that part was definitely good. That's probably what stopped me from getting into trouble, because I had something to actually, like, put all my, like, anger into and frustration
Sure.
instead of doing stupid decisions.
yeah, of course. I think what this charity is looking to do is just change people's lives and open their eyes to the concept of bullying is not okay. It's just not. It's a culture that needs to change, and it's sadly perpetuated by a lot of things that are usually positive things for kids to get involved in, but because of the way the culture, especially around sports and group activities, those kinds of cultures can sometimes lead to bullying, sadly. I don't know if anybody's watched the newest season of 13 Reasons. It kind of covers a little of this. I love that show, by the way. I don't know why. It's very good. And it does a lot of good things, portraying a lot of things that affect high school life. I suggest you go watch it if you are interested in that kind of stuff. But also, go support this charity if you can.
Yeah, look, that's one of the main reasons why I'm not just doing like a charity drive and asking for money. I actually did that last year, like every streamer does or should do. Over the course of time, we raised some money. But this year, I just want to, I want to say, you know what? I'll put it out of my own pocket. All you got to do is come and play games for a night and win some games, and I'll donate off of that. So by the way, if anybody wants to kind of wrap this up, assuming we're done talking about it, if anybody wants to be a part of this, anyone can be a part of it. Like we said, we're going to have Conquest and Non-Quest teams. The reason why there's Conquest and Non-Quest teams is because there's going to be a different amount of money raised depending on the game mode, right? You just have to sign up through, I would say, probably you can DM me, go on a Discord. I probably won't do any through stream since I won't be streaming until the event actually happens. But that'll be all the information will be on my Twitter and Discord, so that's where it'll be.
And we'll post it in our Discord and on our Twitter.
Sweet.
And I guess we'll probably talk about it one more time next week, because I think we have one more episode released before then. So
thanks, guys.
You're welcome. I think it's a great
problem,
event.
Alrighty then. Games this week, anyone? Pro Double G?
Yeah.
I saw you had posted one in our chat here that you were pretty proud of.
I'll get to Xbox. I'm saving that for the clean transition. So,
Okay.
I'm not sure if anyone saw my Twitter, like last week, right after recording, where it was literally just like nothing but Assault wins with like 1 or 2 losses sprinkled in there. That proceeded all week long.
Yeah, we had a
over
really
on
good week in
PS4
Assault.
side. We have been fucking stomping kids in Assault, left and right. Like, we are literally right now on probably like a 90 to 95% win rate for the past 2 weeks.
In Assault.
In Assault.
Yeah.
In Assault. Just destroying kids left and right. And not like, there's been a few like 20, 25 minutes, ooh, that was a close one matches, but the vast majority have been like 10-minute surrenders or 10 minutes and we've already won.
Yeah, we almost beat the record without Fro. We got a 5:51 or something like that.
Yeah, I would have been so pissed if you beat that record without me. Because, all right, one of these games, we were in line to get the record,
Yeah,
right?
we
like,
were.
in line. And I'm like, guys, we got to go die. Everybody right now, go die. Right? Because we were at we just took their T2 at 3 minutes. And I'm like, we have to go buy our items right now. Everybody go die, go buy a pen item, and get the fuck back in lane.
But the problem was
over a minute and a half.
Died.
Yeah. First off, we started just killing them in the fight because we're like, all right, throw yourself stupidly at them, and we wiped almost their whole team. And then no one took the fight under Phoenix. So then after that fight, then we're like, oh well, one at a time. Let's go die to Phoenix, and then it was just too late.
Yeah, at that point it was too late.
Yep. Unfortunate.
I think we still won that game in 7 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, it was still pretty cool. It was under 10, but not what I was hoping for. But, it happens. I can't complain. It's not like a 55-minute game, then we lost at the end. It was oh, we didn't beat it in under 5 minutes? That's a shame. But yeah, it's been fun. Then my boy Queasy, thank you. I appreciate it, bud. Hooked me up with some Xbox Live. I didn't really have a choice, so Adios, don't get mad at me because I told you no, and then Queasy did it. He literally just check your email. So that happened. So he sends me that. I'm like, all right, I'll hop on the Smite, man. And he sent this to me. I'm already in the middle of a conquest. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to finish this one up and I'll hop over. So I hop over. Update for the Xbox. Fucking Christ. All right. As soon as that update's done, update for Smite on the Xbox. I'm like, come on! No! So that was unfortunate. Had to update those. Didn't get a chance to play with him at all that day. Except for I did get a chance to play one game with Coffin Monkey. Now this is why I'm saving this for the transition here. So I didn't plan on being here today. So I posted in our recording Discord that they should bring this up. And this is exactly what I posted to tell the guys to bring up. Coffin Monkey on Cabra plus Fro on Vulcan equals giant wieners. Now, I went 17-6 on Vulcan. Cabra went 18-5, or Coffin went 18-5 on Cabra. The next highest kill on our team was 4. We ran this motherfucking game. Literally, the rest of our team's kills put together equaled half of one of ours. This game was the Coffin and Fro show. Dude. Oh my god. Cabrakan, alright. So Cabrakan, with his walls, right? That little area he makes in his ult is the perfect size for a meatball. That right off the get-go fucks a lot of people. When you literally get Cabra ulted and meatballed at the same time. And then number 2, Cabra, his 1 really will just hold you in place for a second. His 1-2 combo. And I have this turret that auto-aims anyways, and a backfire that does a shit ton of damage and will be up again in 3 seconds. And that's what happened. And that's on repeat. Constantly. I whiffed a few ults, had a couple optimistic ults, but, you're not playing Vulcan if you don't miss a few ults.
Yeah, you're not playing Vulcan if you don't try.
Yeah, if you hit every ult on Vulcan, A, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but you're wrong. And B, you're missing out on all the hilarity when your team needed you to hit that. It's always funny. I'm also
from
that Vulcan
that he wins.
yeah, from downtown. Did you see me fuck up that tower? Yeah, but what about the guys who weren't under tower? But I fucked up that tower.
I cleared those
zoning
minions.
ult. It's a zoning ult.
I was clearing minions.
Oh, gotta love Fro Internet.
But yeah, and then after that, I actually got a chance to play with Queasy. And this was after the Assault tournament, which we'll talk about in just a minute. But needless to say, I was basically tired of staring at a screen because I had just stared at it for 6 hours watching people play Assault. And I had worked a 5-hour day before that, and I had to go in early because they, for whatever reason, like to go in early on the weekend. So I was up at 4:30 in the morning. Dude, I was probably the worst fucking player last night. I don't even know if I went positive in any game. I kind of just fed my fucking brains out the whole time I played with Queasy, and it's like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. But it is what it is. It was still fun playing, even though I was kind of out of it and tired. But yeah, that was the majority of my week. Oh, one more thing. I thought playing Thanatos and Assault sounded like fun. It wasn't. I got shit on and fed my fucking brains out. Right. No, I was not doing it right at all. I'm literally like, Danny Boy's getting ready to re-roll this thing, and I'm like, you know what? Thanatos sounds fun. Like, yeah, I'm gonna trade me that Thanatos. Here, you can have this. I forget who it was, but it's a god I actually enjoy.
Yep.
Dude, I went. Yeah, I think I pulled up the receipts. 2 and 5, except for those 2 kills were from a Ganesha. Thank you. So I wasn't negative. I appreciate that. I didn't do anything.
You were negative though. Would you say 2 and 5?
Well, I meant not at 0. Not at 0. I was still
you were
negative.
At 0.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say.
Dude, if it gets to the late game and I still have 0 kills, I will start getting stupid, like even more stupidly aggressive, because I am not going out. I will go 1 and 27 before I go 0 and 12. Like, I'm not having this. Like, I'm not doing it.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
So
talk a little bit about the Assault tournament before we transition.
We can do it afterwards.
You want to do it after games? Okay.
Yep. So, Willow, why don't you go on next then, bud?
All right. So, as Fro said, we've been running at kids in Assault, having a lot of fun.
Literally.
I have 3 Assault plays. I'm surprised Fro didn't take one of these. But now I can't think of who it was. I should have put their name down. They're going to be really mad at me. We were playing in a 5-man in Assault, and somebody got Chernobog, and they didn't target right on their ult and ended up in the enemy base on accident.
Oh my fucking god! Was it DH or was that Ash? It was one of those two.
I don't remember.
I'm like 95% sure it's one of those two. They go up in their ult, and then you just hear them be like, "Oh no!" And then you see them fly all the way to the enemy fountain immediately. Yep. This is like 30 seconds into the game.
So like, he accidentally ults into their fountain, and he big dicks this on her so hard. The on-her didn't know what happened, and he just killed the on-her and then killed himself in the fountain. Or in the fountain. He's like, well, that's a big dick play, isn't it?
When you're fucking ulting on Chernobog to take out your enemy when they're still in the fucking shop. Like, ouch.
Oh, so good. It was so funny. And then, now I can't even think who played Achilles. I think it was Colorado who played Achilles in this game. Colorado played Achilles. I got a Nuwa, and I ended up getting Nuwa Diamond on this game, but Colorado went off on Achilles. He had 12 or something kills before he died once. He had a triple execute. I ended up going 17 or 18 kills and like 2 deaths. He went I think he got 20 and 3 or 21 and 3 on Achilles. We slapped. That was literally the game after the Chernobog game. Just stupid. And then lastly, my last Assault game, and like I said, I'm surprised Fro didn't take this one. We had a triple hunter, mage, and
oh my god! I fucking forgot about this. This is so
hype. You put a note in. Do you want to take it? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna ramble.
So I got Isis. And I first item I was like, I'm getting a Pythags. We need the extra lifesteal. And Fro's like, everybody who's a hunter should just get Aussie.
Okay, all right. You aren't explaining how we were against 5 frontliners first.
I was getting there.
No, I think that needs to be clarified before Fro's like, go 3 triple Aussie.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so they had like 2 warriors and 3 guardians, and I'm like, guys, all right, Xe isn't going to cut it for us. We're going to need lifesteal, because they all had like self-heals and shit like that too. I'm like, we're going to need lifesteal. Bloodforge isn't going to give us the pen. and a sovereignty and one defense item on each is going to fuck us. Like, we really got to think about it. And then that's when I think Willow's like, well, I was thinking about going Pythags. I'm like, let's see, Pythags, free power, extra lifesteal. I'm like, oh my god, we need Aussie. That'll give us pen, power, lifesteal. Like, that's everything we'll need to survive. Like, we should do it, guys. And I talked the rest of them into doing it.
We ran it
Willow?
down.
Did it work?
We
Did it work?
ran it down. I think this was under 10-minute game too. I think it was like 8 or 9 minutes, and we were at their Titan. Like, they could not do anything. We just fucking ran it down mid. And I know it's only
triple
assault,
Aussie
but
Pythag was definitely the play. It really was. We
It
had so much
fucking
lifesteal that we actually were able to keep up with the supports and the Guardians fucking Guardians Warriors actual like sustain. We were able to keep up with it and then some because we could pump out damage behind it.
exactly.
Oh,
So yeah, we fucking ran at them.
Although I think you having Isis helped out a lot too.
Oh yeah.
Because then we had health shields and healing, which I think if we would have had pretty much so any other mage would have had a lot tougher of a time. But I think that was, especially since she also gives HP 5 and MP 5 in her passive. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, oh yeah. Having the
think-
Isis definitely helped.
Yeah. And she does so good with Pythags. Like, so it's a good item for her anyways. So, yeah. Definitely was probably a saving grace, that Isis.
All right, I have 2 more games that I want to talk about. Thursday was the night that Fro played Xbox, and
Fro
I
stayed
ended up
big
playing.
screen.
I ended up playing with the other Olympian. Killer XD was with a couple other people, and I
That
joined their party. It was Key, myself, and 2 of their buddies, and they're really good players. And we played some Conquest. First game I played with them, I ended up getting carry, and I was like, okay. They were trolling. We had a Hades, and our King Arthur was actually King Arthur, but he was supposed to go King Arthur mid, and it was supposed to be Hades solo, and who was our jungle? Killer was our jungle, but I don't remember what he played. Anyway, we troll picked and then realized that we were against Axiom Speed, and if you know who that is, he's a console pro player, and he's really quite good. He played Herc mid and ran at us. I ended up playing Merlin carry. I just like Merlin a lot. But there was a Naja ADC, and I got ran at. Mages into assassins in the duo lane fucking suck. I was like 0 and... No, I think I was like 2 and 7 at one point, and I was like, dude, I'm just getting run at. Between the Mercury, the Naja, and Axiom on Hercules, I am literally just getting run at. Thankfully, our King Arthur got huge because he was against the Hera, and he just ran at her the entire game. We were losing. We were down. We lost to Phoenix. They were on fire. We run to fire. Axiom dies because of fire on our way there, right? This is Axiom's first death of the game. He hadn't died on Herc mid the entire game. He just fucking healed and had what's the shield? Shield regrowth, and was just gone. See ya. So he ends up dying to fire. We end up making it to fire on time. We kill the entire team and run it down mid and win the game. We had lost this game. They die to fire. We get fire, win the game. It was one of those games like we just lost. We should just surrender now. Now we'll just see if we can kill them on fire. We killed them on fire and won the game.
Those feel
Those
so
are the
good.
best.
It was
Those
one of
are the
those games
best.
like we literally got fired and we're like, just go mid, run it down mid.
All right.
It felt so good.
I know Killer doesn't listen to the podcast, but still, Killer XD Pro, fuck you, bud. All right? This guy,
All right.
this motherfucker, right? I finally, for the first time, play on Xbox. First time in like a month and a half. It's been a while since I played on Xbox. Queasy just bought me fucking couple months of Xbox Live, so, I'm going to go play with him. He just spent a bunch of money on me. Like, of course I'm going to go play with this guy. Killer sends me a message. Hey, what are you doing? Want to play some Smite right now? Nah, man, I'm actually, on the Xbox right now. He goes, makes a post on Twitter. Oh,
Yep,
blah, blah, blah,
flaming
blah.
you.
If you want to talk about the current status of the game and all that, come hit me up, blah, blah, blah. We can talk about how shit FroDoubleG is. So he's trying to make an event out of this party up thing. And I'm like, what? First off, last minute, you didn't warn me, so fuck you, dude. Like, I'm busy. And then, when I send him, or told him that, he turns around, takes a screenshot of that, posts that on Twitter, and he's like, wow, everyone, look at this betrayal. It's like, fuck you! It's my first time on Xbox in months, bitch! You haven't logged in a week and a half. What are you talking about? Fuck off! Love you, killer, but fuck you.
It was one of those. One last game. We still the same group. We played another Conquest. Surprisingly, didn't get any trolls, or didn't get any high-end players. So, we had a relatively standard team, and we ran at them. I played Horus support, and if you have played with me, you know that I love Horus, or if you've heard the podcast, you know that I love Horus. He's like my favorite god currently. And I was playing with... the guy was in the party, but I couldn't tell you his name. He was a really good player. He's a relatively good player. And we fragged in duo lane. We killed their Ganesh at like 2 minutes. I don't even think it was 2 minutes in. And then we pushed their Hachiman under tower, and the Ganesh came back, and we killed him again. And then we proceeded to steal their speed buff on cooldown, steal their red buff on cooldown. We literally owned the map, and we're just running at them. Finally, I don't remember who it was. I think it was their solo. Ended up DCing or quitting. And it was like 20 minutes in, and they surrendered finally. We were pushing their Phoenix, looking at taking their Titan. It was just, I love Horus. He's so fun. If you play him right early game, is support, you can easily get a kill.
Willow, do you remember that game? That person DC'd when we were fucking destroying them.
My god,
they
I forgot about that
at the
one.
start of the game. It was like an on her or a terror or something. But she DC'd at the start of the game. And we fucking frag these kids. They come back. Literally, they come back. Are able to walk out of Fountain. We're already at Titan. Blow them up within like 3 seconds of them getting out of Fountain for the very first time because they've been DC'd. And then win the game.
Yep. That was a good one. I do have one more. I just
felt
remember this.
so bad. I'm like, this poor person has been sitting in loading screens for the past like 7 minutes. Literally take one step out, just get blown the fuck up, and then the game ends. Sit in another loading screen.
I feel bad for that kid.
So did I, but it was so funny.
So, last game. I know I've rambled a little bit here, but I have one last game. I was playing with Key and... Oh, I forgot to say that Jotaro, I can never say his name right. I call him Joe.
Jotaro!
He's our mute. I love the kid. He's a really great player, but he doesn't have a mic, so I call him the mute. And we
his
were
grandmother
playing with
actually kicked him in the throat when he was 3 years old and crushed his voice box.
No, he said his grandma was sewed his lips together when he was 2.
No, you're ruining it. You got to come up with a new reason every time, Willow.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Anyway, it was me and him in duo lane, and Key played tier jungle, and then we had 2 randos in Conquest, and we made their Artemis surrender. Like, no, not surrender. She DC'd after 2 kills. She was level 2. I played Naja, and he played... I don't remember who he was playing. An ADC, or not an ADC, a mage of some... Oh, he's played Hebo. And we made the Artemis, like, literally DC after we killed her twice in the first 5 minutes of the game. And then I proceeded to own their red buff, and their set did not like it. Key and I, like, literally owned their jungle, and every time the set came around the corner, one of us would CC them, and the other one would CC them. There was one... I sashed, I ulted, I came down, and he fearlessed into the power cleave, and, like, literally this guy was gone. Just dead. Against a wall, too. So, like, he literally, if he didn't have beads, he was gone, and he didn't have beads, so he was gone. It felt so good.
That might be the way that you can get the, tier achievement.
Oh, just CCing them all together?
No, like
Wait, what's-
Naja combo into the Truthbringer.
Oh, the Lawbringer?
Lawbringer, there we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the one where you have to get like 5 kills?
You have to get No, it's like 15.
Oh, that's right.
You have to get like 15 kills.
God, that one was really stupid. They ended up surrendering at like 14 minutes, but I was 4-1 in like 6 after 13 minutes, and I was the highest level in the game as a Naja jungle. Or Naja support,
feels
I
good,
mean.
baby.
It was one of those felt good moments.
Got one more
As
to
tier,
piggyback
use
on.
Power Cleave and Fearless together to juggle 3 or more enemy gods. As tier, kill 15 enemy gods with the damage from Lawbringer.
Oh god, that's so dumb. That's the dumbest
tough.
achievement in the game.
Yeah. I want to
so-
get him.
All right, I rambled
I got
on
one
enough
more to-
about my games. I guess
I got
Faraz
one more to
won't.
piggyback on, Willow. Remember about teaching old men lessons? That Giannis, when I was playing Naja, he got one good fucking portal vortex combo on me. And then, like, he's strutting around, like, throwing his abilities out. Like, just, like, you can tell he's big. He's like, okay, I got this guy. I'm going to target the shit out of him. That first
I
one
don't
was
remember
lucky.
this. I don't think I was there
You
for
don't?
that one.
Okay, well, I eventually was like, all right, you want to fuck? Let's fuck. All right? Giannis became my target for the rest of the game, and he caught like 8 Naja ults that killed him in a row. Like, I didn't ult anybody but him in a row. It was fucking amazing. Dude, it got to the point where, like, he would come within sash range, and I'd hit him like, how many times I gotta teach you this lesson, old man? And then I'd just fucking ult his ass again. It was almost getting BM level, but not like, I wasn't like spam laughing or anything like that. But like, I was like, fuck it. You want to target me? I will target you. And I'm a Naja. You're a fucking Giannis. Let's see who wins. Naja wins.
This just became duel on the Conquest map.
It was an assault, but
You're
yeah,
my
it just
target.
became a duel with
The
5
assault,
other
okay,
gods,
yeah.
or with 4 gods on each team running around besides us 2.
Yep.
All right.
The
Nev-
spaghetti western music plays in the background, and a little little tumbleweed goes across the salt map.
Wait a minute, it's freezing here. Why is there a tumbleweed?
It doesn't
That's
have
not a
to
tumbleweed.
make
It's
sense.
Naja ulting me again. God damn it.
Oh shit!
Oh, fun
All right,
times.
Nev.
Bruiser Naja, best Naja.
All right. Well, I won't take too much time. Boys, a lot of Smite was played this week. I'm going to try and narrow it down as compactly as possible. First off, I want to talk about this assault game. I'm going to give you the team comp, and you let me know what you think happened. We have, on
You
one
lost.
side, Zong,
Is that
Kepri,
really?
Achilles, Arachne, and Horus versus
That sounds cheap.
Hera
Okay, good.
versus Hera, Persephone,
Okay, she's really good.
Hel,
She's really
Erlong,
good. All right,
and
he's really
Bacchus.
fucking good.
Wow.
Broken.
Did Team 1 get more than 5 kills? I'd be surprised.
So, Team 1 was the enemy team. Team 2 was my team. Our
Lucky for
Bacchus
you.
DC'd at the very start and never came back.
Oh no.
But we
win.
won in 10 minutes and 41 seconds.
I was gonna say, you
20
still
kills to
win. It
5
doesn't
kills.
matter.
You still
And I
win.
went
You had
6
hell.
and 1 as Hera.
You had hell.
Well, DC early's
Jeez.
not always bad if you have good gods and they have bad gods, because then you're splitting the XP 4 ways instead of 5, and if you just played okay
Right.
for the first,
Right.
like, 4 minutes, next thing you know, you're level 10, they're level 7, and you can fuck on these kids.
I think we had already gotten their T1 within the first 5 minutes of the game. It was insanity. It was a very quick assault map.
Well,
Or
Because
map.
with
Those always
Persephone,
feel
you can
really
just
good.
zone them out of lane.
Yep.
Like, that's how she works.
I love Persephone.
Dude, I had
Right,
a
the other-
stupid-ass Persephone game the other day. She is
The
just
other-
not even fun in Assault.
No, she's not. She's not. The other one that I wanted to briefly mention kind of goes hand in hand with the topic of, just kind of holding each other up and being supportive and kind to your fellow peers. I played some Conquest, and unfortunately we did not have a full team, so, there's always that off chance that you're not going to get your preferred role. I didn't get my first or my second preferred role, and it put me in support. Now, I'm not bad at support, but I'm not great at support. It's just one of those roles that I'm just kind of like, I am here. Hi. I'm just going to be the pin cushion. You became
Depp.
I'm here to be the
Sometimes
pin
I'm just here.
It's
I
fine.
love when Depp goes along with his own meme.
Depp came up with the fucking meme.
Yeah.
So I had picked Ganesh because I was like, look, all right, listen, if I'm going to feed, it's going to be okay because I'm Ganesh. So it's rare that I get a kill with Ganesh anyway. So who's going to know if I feed or not? It'll be fine.
I'm gonna pause you real quick because Fro and I have a meme in our group that if you play Ganesh and you go 0-8, you're a feeder. Every time we say, "Look at this feeder Ganesh, he did nothing."
Dude, I haven't ran into a Ganesh that doesn't feed his fucking brains out.
Every fucking
the
one.
best Ganesh I've seen was like the best Ganesh I've seen.
Then
are
you
like
haven't played with Depp.
And 13. It's like okay, cool, but if you could have contributed something, that would have been great.
No troll.
Depp
but,
gets kills as Ganesh.
When Ganesh first came out, I went like 0-4 and like 30 assists, and somebody messaged me on Xbox after the game, and they were like, "You fucking suck. You fed your brains out." I'm like, "Dude, I had six bestows. What do you want from me?" He's like, "Look at your KDA," and I'm like, "Yeah, but it doesn't show the bestows." But anyway, After this game, and there was a couple of people that were using the text chat in the game, and they were like, "Hey, here's a suggestion for where you should go next," or whatever. They were really like not BMing or anything like that. And then at the very end, we won the game, by the way. At the very end, one of them that had been pretty vocal sent me a message on Xbox, and they were like, "Hey, thank you so much. Thank you for listening to calls and rotations and for, just being a good support. You did a great job." And I was like, hey, thank you for being patient because I don't really play support very often. But I had 7 bestows, so I'll take it. And he was like, yeah, you did great. Thanks. So,
And then you sent him a link of the BOTG podcast, right?
I almost did. I was very close.
Almost? Petition to replace Nev full-time with Silent?
Oh, no. But yeah, so thank you to this person for just being uplifting and supportive of somebody who might not be comfortable in their given role in Conquest. A little goes a long way, so thank you so much for doing that for me. Now, Exilium tournament was yesterday.
Thanks you and being nice will get you way further in this game than fucking being a dickhead.
That's true.
So
that's true.
Thank you, sir.
Exilium tourney was yesterday. The BOTG Girthworms placed second overall.
Let's go!
Yes! Also, in this year of 2019, I got Chiron banned in the finals. So
Woo!
I went 5-0 and then 7-2 in the semifinals with Chiron, back-to-back games. And then in the finals, he got banned. So I was like, oh, okay.
Focus, ban, Nav. Who would have ever thought? You've come a long way, Nav.
It's because we call her the monster of the mid lane here on the podcast, and it's catching on. People are scared.
It's catching on, yeah.
Really creating ripples throughout the community there. The monster of the mid lane.
I only played Scylla a couple of times this entire split. I've mostly been using AMC mid.
That one Scylla game, though, I watched, and you had a rough game. They dove you real hard.
Yeah, that was the first set of the tournament. I went AMC. I fed my brains out game 1, and then I think it was Scylla game 2.
Yep.
Fed my brains out. Actually, I didn't feed my brains out game 2. They just they
really hyper focused you.
Yeah, onto me, and then we were able to get the third game and get out of the placing match.
You won that Scylla game though.
We did win that Scylla game, and then we won the third game after that. And
no joke.
Semifinals.
Before you go on, that Scylla game, I was watching. I came in and 15 minutes in, you guys were looking at. There was a team fight, and you were already down 0-5, and I was like, oh, Nev's having a rough game.
Yeah, it was unlucky.
And I was watching, and they really ran at you, and then you guys won a fight around Fire Giant and just ran down mid at like 51 minutes or something like that, and just won the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes! I'm like literally yelling at the screen. I'm holding my phone, watching you guys play, yelling at the screen, just run it down mid! Just run it down mid!
I think the only time I was useful with my solo ults that game was securing Fire Giant. So what you gotta do. So no, it was awesome. It was so much. I played like 8 hours of Smite yesterday, so all the games are kind of blurring into my memory here. I do want to shout out Rick. Rick had one game. He was Thor, and we were on the defense. It was not looking great. And he was on Thor. He goes over to our right Phoenix, and they kept trying to like siege the Phoenix, and he kept just doing the tectonic rift or the wall, the line attack right across the lane, so they couldn't even come in. He was like, no, and then it would go on.
You shall not pass.
And he did it like 4 or 5 times. He's like, no. And I'm like, they're gonna need to buy Phantom to siege this Phoenix.
Optimal.
I gotta give it to Dookie in that game 3. His
Dookie.
ISIS, he fucking went off.
Dookie hard carried. Like, he had a fantastic Sasano game. He had a fantastic ISIS game. Big shout out to Dookie and Blaze. Both of those people are our subs, and we had to do a lot of scheduling maneuvering yesterday because Goak and Blaze both had cross-country meets yesterday. So we had to really rearrange everybody's schedule to make sure we could even participate. So big shout outs to my entire team. Thank you guys so much for being flexible and cooperating and working together and not tilting and getting second place. This is awesome. If you would have asked me a year ago if I was going to play second in a tournament for competitive Smite, I would have been like, you're crazy.
I want to interject right there if I could.
Go for it.
So, okay. If anyone that's listening to this that hasn't been watching Exilium tournaments, doing it wrong. Got to be watching those things. I mean, this was the Classic League tournament, right, Nev?
Yes.
And they're putting on tournaments all the time. Right now, these are the league tournaments, so there's going to be 2 more tournaments just in September alone. And the outlets that it's created for people to just play competitive Smite where there wasn't one before is pretty incredible. And they're really entertaining. And by the way, they're really well produced. Good casters, good people
Great
working
casters.
behind the scenes.
Cast,
yeah.
I listened to the cast yesterday. I know they used Jithin's like setup for like the games and stuff. But they did a really good job on the quote unquote desk doing analysis between games. They did transitions really well. Their casting of the games were really good. Shout out to those casters because they did extremely well yesterday.
Yeah, so watch and participate. It's We Are Exilium all bunched into one word on Twitch and Twitter. Get in touch. It's even if you don't have a team and you don't want to play, it's just really fun to watch. It's a competitive Smite outside of the pros. You know, it's a cool thing.
Hell yeah. Honestly, it's been awesome. And so I think we're going to take a break on it and regroup early next year, but that doesn't mean that they're going to stop doing stuff. So keep an eye out. They're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff. So yeah, it was a lot of good Smite yesterday. And then I got drunk and played a bunch of non-quest and custom games.
Whoa.
It was
Don't
boss
remember
tonight.
any of them. So, what about Depp?
Depp had some internet troubles this week, and I didn't get
No.
too many games in. I don't know what it was. I tried restarting my computer. At one point, I restarted my router. The problem seems to have gone away for now. Fingers crossed. But it was to the point where every, 30 seconds or so, I would just lag for 2. And then whichever direction I had been moving when it started, I was then, down the map that direction. So there were a couple assault games I was playing with Nev and Silent Reveries, and I Like, I think we won one, lost one, but I just wasn't having a fun time playing it. So I logged off and I didn't play too much Smite this week until I had that all figured out.
You know,
But,
me and you were in a party chat and we were talking about that one day. Or actually, I think it was in our Sending It channel. But it reminded me of two things. A, it reminded me of a possible thing that could have been that I completely forgot about. But if it's already fixed itself, no worries. And two, that's exactly how it is for me on Xbox because of my lag.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally, except for it's not like every 30 seconds. I'll get it like every minute and a half. I'll just 1 second lag. But definitely next time that happens, remind me because it could be something.
Okay. Yeah, but so that was kind of what I was dealing with. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I only played like 10 games this past week. Oh, I've got Ravana mastered now. So I think let me set my filter here to Gods Not Mastered. I have only Susano, Set, and Persephone left to master
Hold
on
up,
my
you don't
gods
have
list.
Susano done?
No.
The one that needs like one game and should be done today and get it done with?
Do you
It's
just not
triple
like
worshippers
Susano?
right now.
20. He's at 28.
You could literally get
28
all three of those
worshippers.
knocked out in like, I don't know, 6 or 7
4
games.
games.
Yeah, probably.
1 for Susano, 2 for Set, 2 for Persephone. 5.
Fingers crossed for internet. So,
Do you just not like Susano?
I don't know what it is. I feel like he runs out of mana a lot, and I like throwing my abilities around.
I've always struggled with
buy
him for that reason
Hydras?
as well.
Do you buy Hydras?
Yeah. Well, I know Hydra's is like key on him, but
Jotun's Hydra
I just-
should mitigate that necessity for mana.
Or trans Hydras, depending on what
Like if you
prefer.
really want trans, you can too.
That definitely depends on the mode.
yeah, and I think his auto attacks feel goofy to me.
That's
that
always
full
been my thing.
spin.
Like I feel like there's a long pre-fire before his auto goes off.
There is. It's because of the animation, like the way his animations work. It makes him feel like he's not hitting anything until the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he does like that full body swing.
Right.
And like the little hop in his fucking swings too. But if it was much faster, his AA cancel would be insane.
Oh, absolutely. But so yeah, those 3. Set, I don't know. I feel like with Set and Horse getting released around the same time, Horse just felt a lot stronger than Set.
He was at release.
Yeah, so I don't know. I might just need to pick up Set again, but
I ain't
is
gonna give
just
you
not a
shit
big
on that.
jungle guy.
I literally have every
Not a
god in
big
this
jungle.
game mastered except Set, and Set's the only god I have 0 worshippers on, still to this day.
I mean, I got some. I've got 12. You know, but 12 on Persephone, 12 on Set. I've played the 2 the exact same amount of games. So yeah, just doing a lot of nothing. I looked up my stats for Geb though, because you're not. Yeah, I got 26 kills on Geb total,
Whoa.
or not Geb, Ganesh. There we go,
Oh, Ganesh. I was like, why are we talking about
Ganesh. Yeah, not Geb. Said the wrong god name. 26 kills on Ganesh.
And those are kills, not bestows.
Those are kills. Although, here, let's look at his KD, 0.06,
Sounds about right.
but my KDA with him is 2.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, I've got overall, and I'm a Diamond Ganesha. I've got darn near 30 hours into
I
him.
always forget you got such random diamonds, Deb. You're just like Anubis,
I do.
Thanatos, Ganesha. It's like
Rock.
Ra. Like, where's the consistency?
I think I'm Diamond Neath too, just because of the meme.
Well, everybody's diamond.
I'm still not a Diamond Neath.
Actually, no, I think we challenged you to be a Diamond Neath, or we were going to roast the fuck out of you for not being one.
Something like that, yeah.
I remember that now.
Getting close on Kukulkan. I think my next two are Uller and Scotty. But I've got 26 kills overall, 448 deaths overall, and then 1,737 assists.
As you say, you have to have 4 times more assists than you do deaths because of the way KDA works.
Yep.
Well, see,
Well,
now
don't
I'm
forget about
intrigued.
those 26 kills.
The 26 kills, that takes out a couple deaths, yeah. And honestly, they feel like just major flex moments, too, because most of my kills for Ganesh happen in, like, arena. Or some, like, party mode. Where
you
it's like,
up with a, I'm a man!
Yeah. Well, it's like, oh, my team's not here? I got a kill? Like, what? Why is no one with me? Oh, they're all dead.
Oh, they're all dead. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I feel like we should throw back and do the Ganesh jungle for Hat of Purgatory again. Or just damage Ganesh.
Damage Ganesh. That's the only way to play him in party modes, is damage Ganesh. He wrecks.
All right, Bob.
If you can have your ult up that often, it's dumb. It's real dumb.
That really should be
But-
our hat this week. Just damage Ganesh. How many kills can you get?
How many kills can you get?
But I
No
like
restrictions
our-
on anything.
Oh, man.
Just I don't even know what our current one is. I'm sorry. I might
It's
have just
good.
ruined your plans.
Oh, we need to have this one. I just looked at the show notes. We're keeping the hat we have.
Okay, boys. I had to look at mine. I have 8 kills.
Woo!
274 deaths. 1,193 assists.
Feeder. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
But a 51% win ratio, so hey.
Feels good, man.
Oh yeah, I've got 52.6. So.
That was a flex, is what that was.
Oh yeah, right. Right.
How to flex with
Okay, hold
depth.
on. What's
I got a 52 win rate.
right? Hold on. What's my? I'm looking real quick to see what my highest win rate is.
Oh boy, here we go.
Right. It is. Oh boy, you're gonna get a kick out of this. It is with Kumbhakarna, and
Somehow
I
I'm not
have
surprised.
I have a 72.41 win-loss ratio.
Kumba carries from no matter where though in casuals. He's so hard to play against. In my opinion.
In casuals, he's very hard to play against. I agree.
Yeah, well, I have a 100% win rate with Oleron.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
What did you play him one
I've
time?
only played him I've only played him 2 games.
Well, at that point, I've got 100% on Fenrir. Like, 5 games. Ooh.
Oh, God,
I
here
definitely
we
do
go.
not.
All right.
I do not.
No, don't give Fenrir to Fro, please.
Or Thanatos. Silver Ball.
I've got a 0% win rate on Cupid.
How?
Oh, God.
How? He's one of the best gods in the fucking game.
All right, I'm going to transition us to another topic. Yesterday, we
Nev,
had-
I've got the same.
Oh, Jesus.
Nev, I have the same win-loss on Oleron. 2
Hell
wins.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh. Do you see what
So
I have to
he's
deal
broken.
with, Mad?
Yeah, I do.
All right, so yesterday was the official BOTG Sale Assault Tournament, and it was fantastic. Fro, I'm going to throw this to you.
No, why don't you cover it, Willow?
Okay. Team...
No, I was trolling.
I can never say this. The Uwu, the
Uwu.
meme face,
Ooh.
Ooh.
came in hot after getting created literally that morning before the tournament and won the whole thing. Shout outs to those guys.
Oh.
We had a lot of great contestants. We ended up with 9 teams. There was one play-in game that went really well. The whole tournament was run really well. Shout outs to iTank for you for taking it upon himself to get this all going. Shout outs to all the players who came in and were super easy to work with and made the tournament go really, really easily. Everybody who participated was awesome. Congratulations to the winners. Like I said, Team Uwu. That was the Sinister Phoenix team. So yeah, I think it was a really good event. Fro has already told me that he wants to do more things like this. So
this
be prepared.
Is definitely going to happen again. Next time we're expecting a much bigger turnout though, because of cosplay.
And that's our next topic.
Yep. Well, hold up. I want to talk a little bit more about this Salt tournament here.
Okay.
So, we had Danny Boy and Key make a team, along with, oh boy, I'm going to forget everyone who's on there. Let's see, it was Koja
Pube
Fox. No, not Pube's team.
Oh.
This is the other challengers.
Oh,
unfortunately. Koja, Danny, I think it was Ash, Key, and Colorado, I believe was the last one. They unfortunately got first rounded. You hate to see it, but appreciate you guys entering. But another team we know, Team Next Question, which was Pubed, Calamity, and his crew.
Chance.
Chance, he's been a guest on the show before. They actually made it all the way to third place. And they took third, which was pretty cool. They also, Chance was streaming it, so I was able to watch a lot of it through,
Yeah, we got to see a lot of their games.
Unfortunately, PS4 spectator shit its pants, and we weren't able to spectate any of this. Next time, definitely gonna be much better, because we can have a PC person spectate us, MadAccountant, if you're not busy. So we're really hoping that
I'm seriously, I would love to. Yeah, let me know.
So I kind of was trolling, but not really. So I'll hit you. I'll hit you.
All right, well that works too.
Well, I mean, I was trolling by saying it, but if you're gonna say yes, I'm definitely taking you up on that.
I'll do it.
So it'll be much better. We can actually have some people spectate and be able to broadcast some of these games. But it was still nice that I was able to catch them. And then when Team Uwu was playing, EVBot, well, he was streaming, so I was able to hop in there and keep track of it that way, watch the games. End up taking a decent amount of time overall, but I think, 8 teams? And they were done in under 6 hours, right around 6 hours.
Yeah, it was right around 6.
Which, considering there's some timing issue, because, Team Uwu couldn't even get started until, almost 45 minutes to an hour late, along with Team Split Push. By the way, thank you from the guys from Split Push for also participating. And all the teams. Because they were in an Exilium tournament, and they went to Game 3 in their tournament, I believe. Either that or it must have been just a really long Game 1. So they were a little late to the party as well, but they still showed up. There are a few changes that will be made to the next tournament format. Right now, we went with, if there's a healer, if both teams agree, you can play. Otherwise, you can reroll. Next time, if both teams have equal amount of healers, you're gonna play. Because there was a few times. Oh, there was more than one.
There was one that went 8 rerolls.
Yes, and in that session, both teams had a healer on both sides, and they could have played. But, and I don't blame them for this, because we didn't rule against it. They wanted a reroll because they didn't like the comps, and so they just didn't agree to having the healer, which is fine. It's fine, not giving anyone any hard time or anything like that, because we didn't clarify, and it's in the rules, and I was there watching it, and I was like, all right, well, play it as is. I'm not going to change mid-tournament. That works. But next time, if there's a healer on both sides, equal amount of healers, the game is going to play. So that's another change. And we'll probably... That's mainly the big one. I think the rest of it worked out pretty well. It's unfortunate you can't actually do custom assault rules for the tradings and rerolls. But
you're the Olympian, make it happen.
Told me... Dude, I have brought it up. I can assure you.
I have brought it up.
Well, I think it would just be a nice little option, but it's adding more tech, basically.
Yeah.
It was really fun. Everyone who participated and like told me about it said that they had a lot of fun, so I'm glad that they did, and glad everyone enjoyed it. And I'm hoping the next one will be much bigger, much better. There was a decent amount of cash prizes that got handed out too. The first place team got, they ended up getting like 10 skin codes and $100. Second place team was like, I think they got 5 codes and $10, and then the same for third place, but it was more recolors. So definitely cool. Next one, definitely stop by, people. Make sure to sign up, especially since you're gonna have so many more people to play with. I actually did get a couple people roast me for not participating. They're like, bro, I thought you were gonna be in the tournament, and it's like, honestly, I would love to. But I wanted to help iTank for you with like managing and all that. And because I was actually watching the streams and everything, he was trying to get his up and running. I was actually able to watch and like keep track and help that way. And because there was cash prizes, I felt like it'd be kind of, I don't know what's the proper term for it. Conflict of interest? There we go. So just kind of wanted to avoid that. Just to let everyone know on that part. But yes, now we can move on to some crossplay. Boys,
It's here!
have I fucking wanted to tell you about crossplay? Y'all want to know what big things coming means? Alright? Olympian meeting episode, big things coming. Fucking crossplay. Here we are. Oh my fucking god. I love you guys. We're all going to be able to play together.
Now, there are...
I have a suggested head of purgatory for when that's possible.
Uh-oh. We'll talk about it then.
You have it? Yes.
All right.
There are,
Yes.
as a PS4 player, there are some let's say quote unquote challenges that Sony has put into place. But for now, we at least get to play games with them. There is no cross progression, which sucks.
They're working on it.
None of your PC
They're
stuff.
working towards it still.
They are working on it. Sony is being a
Spoiler.
little difficult.
No,
they
spoiler.
said that.
They
said they're
they
working
said
on
it. They're working on it.
Oh, okay.
So
They
there's
have
no
not
crossplay.
been.
There's
They
no
have
cross
not been
progression.
like closed mouth about any of this. They are working towards cross progression, and they have been working on crossplay for a while. They said that they're ready to go on both ends. They pretty much just need to flip a switch. Sony give them permission.
It's
But-
freaking awesome, dude.
Having crossplay is going to be fan-fucking-tastic. That means, like, all your PC, like, streamers that you watch that you haven't been able to, like, jump into the games with them, you'll be able to do that now. And just being able to play with people that you've wanted to play with. Like, I've wanted to play with the BOTG crew as the 5 of us for a long time, and I'm the one who's kind of left out because my PC just sucks to run Smite, and I can't with my PS4. So now I'll be able to play as a 5-man with the BOTG crew. I'll get to play with the Xbox and the PC people that I haven't had a chance to play with yet. So I am fucking pumped. I'm excited.
Willow, you need
Look,
to get your
dude,
stream. Go ahead.
as a streamer, I gotta say this is like dream come true central, because the amount of times, this is even before Xbox had crossplay, the amount of times that I would meet somebody, become acquainted with somebody and try to get some games in with them, and the amount of times they said, well, I can't because I'm Xbox, and now I can't because I'm PS4. The fact that that's going to be gone and just anybody can come play games, especially people that I've known for a long time that I've never been able to play with, it's like, it's going to be heaven, dude. Especially like tournaments, we can have crossplay now if people want to, and for the You Play I Pay, we can have crossplay. Just good stuff all around.
Yeah, there literally is no negatives to any of this. This is just better for everybody all around. Content creators, content consumers, casual gamers, even at the pro level, because now you might run into a pro in your game on PS4, which you have been able to on Xbox. Not that you're gonna, but chance. Maybe you get a little bit more interested because you actually ran into this guy. You're like, oh, I've heard of Barracuda before, maybe I'll go check this guy out. He's really friendly in the game I got in. Or, wow, he shit on me really good, and maybe I'll go check this guy out. He definitely knows what he's doing. It's so good for everybody. Matchmaking's going to get better. Granted, just like when the last cross progression or crossplay was enabled, it's going to be wonky for about the first 2 to 3 to 4 weeks.
It
right.
has to balance.
It has to balance.
Yeah.
And I'm not calling PS4
I
people
tried
worse or everybody on the other side better. I'm not saying any of that, but 1600 MMR or ELO doesn't equal on Xbox or PC doesn't equal 1600 on PlayStation. I said the same thing during the last one, so again, not shitting on anyone. Their numbers have made themselves based off their own player base. Now they got to come together because everyone's got basically a hard number attached to their skill level. That's what MMR or ELO is, basically. A hard number attached to your skill level. That both were working just fine in their own system to an extent, and now they got to put those together. But they might not equal. But the math is going to say you do. So it'll take a bit. It'll take a bit, and you got to work with it. And for some people, it may be better. Like, you might be like, wow, I actually am getting in quite a few good games, getting in a lot of wins, because it's trying to make you win. Or at least it thinks it's balanced, but you need to win to climb up a little bit more. Some, it may feel really bad, because the system says you're equal, but realistically, your MMR needs to be pushed down a little bit, because in this new system, it doesn't. Not a new system, but now with all the new equation, I'll say. Give it time, people. It'll be fine. I just wanted to preface everyone with that because I know there was a lot of complaining during the last crossplay when it was enabled.
Which was ridiculous, by the way. I mean, all these things obviously aren't going to work perfectly right when they come out. And honestly, we're spoiled now that we get this because there's a lot of games that don't get this, you know? And it's going to get taken for granted, I think, especially down the road. But we, you know, people that are very involved in the community and have friends that play on other platforms should be very grateful for something like this because this is going to be a lot of fun.
This is great for the community. Like I said, there's a lot of people in our community that I haven't gotten a chance to play with. I'm sure that there's people in our community that want to play with some of the Xbox people or PC people that they haven't had a chance to. So this is good.
Yeah, like look at last night. I go to sign in, right? I hop over an Xbox because I finally get a chance to play with Queasy. You know, and no one's on fucking Xbox yesterday. Nobody. Like, on my friends list. Now, granted, I don't really have a big friends list on Xbox. I haven't played a hell of a lot. So I'm like... And then I'm looking at Discord, and it's nothing but PS4 people. Like, nothing but PS4 people. I'm like, why? Why the second day I decide to go over to Xbox? No one's in Xbox. By the way, the previous night when I was on PS4, it's nothing but fucking Xbox people looking to group up. And I was just like, I honestly just can't wait until next patch. This literally wouldn't be a problem. Queasy and I could find some other people to group up with. We could have a five-man. We could go be fucking fragging on some kids. Like, I'm excited.
I think we all are. But you know what else I'm excited about? Our logo from WildMonkeyDesign.com.
WildMonkeyDesign.com.
That
What?
was beautiful.
For all your design needs.
I think that was like his best ever transition.
That might have
One of
been.
them.
Yeah, pretty
One of
top
them,
tier
you
there.
know.
Oh, I seen it coming.
I'm,
I heard it.
Yeah. Oh, you can see it coming from a mile away. There's a good old fashioned pause in there, and you can hear the gears turning in my mind. I'm like, oh, I got this, guys. Just wait. But yeah,
But you know what else you had? The Hat of Purgatory last week.
I did. And I didn't play it.
Oh, no one
because
celebrates
of
my
issues.
transitions. Fuck you guys. I quit. I tried my best depth. I even tried to give it the whole depth pause and everything with it.
You tried. Yeah. It was a good effort.
Bullshit.
It was a good effort.
F6? It's too early in the game.
Hat of Purgatory. Ready, set, bow. Bow build.
I think you're lucky that Fro and I did this.
I mean, I would have loved to if internet
Yeah.
works.
No, I get it. There's every once in a while that something comes up and we don't get the hat done.
Oh, shit, I didn't think about that. Yeah, you didn't get this done, did you?
No.
Well,
That's okay.
then good thing we upped the ante over
We
on
did.
the PS4
Ooh.
side.
How'd you do it?
We had
I want to know. Give me
5
details.
motherfuckers do this all at the same time.
And we got
Sweet
counterpicked
Jesus.
really fucking hard.
Oh, yeah, unintentionally counterpicked. All right, so we had 5 hunters. All right, Matt, we'll let you know. Right? So, 5
I'm
hunters,
listening.
5 bows. Fail not, Odysseus bow, Atalanta's bow, Silver Branch bow, and the other bow I forget right now.
Ichabod.
Ichabod,
That's why it
yeah.
doesn't have bow in its name. All right, so you got your 5 bows. Now you need some arrows, right? Hunter's Blessing. It's arrows. It's literally arrows. Boom. That's it. That's your build. No boots, no nothing else. 5 bows and a blessing.
All right.
They had a Xing Chen, reduces auto attack
Which
damage.
negates auto attack damage.
They had a Shock, giant AoE attack speed slow.
Yep.
Jesus.
They built Wingblade. They had Midgardian males. We had 0 lifesteal.
It was not fun. And we almost won.
Oh no. Oh no.
Honestly, that was our biggest complaint the whole time. Like, we were having fun. We were doing decent. But we're like, if only we had some lifesteal. That's all this. Like, we just needed some lifesteal. If we could have sold that blessing to pick up a Aussie or a Bloodforge, I would have won Bloodforge. But, like, we could have grabbed some, like, hard, like, lifesteal. I think we could have fragged on some kids with this. Not the tanks, but some squishies for sure. But the
I
fact
think you
that we had
could've.
0 lifesteal, we just couldn't do anything. And when the tanks would run at us, what do you do when they got Witchblade and Midgardian and just horrific?
You just need, everyone needs to focus the same
It
one.
didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
We had 5 physical, and they were just stacked anti-auto attack physical D.
How dare the enemy team look at the opponent and build correctly? Come on now.
I mean,
Yeah, how dare they?
Witchblade
Cooperate.
reduces our attack speed. Midgardian slows us down and reduces our attack speed.
Your attack speed.
Shock reduces our
Yeah.
movement speed and attack speed, just like Midgardian. We had Xing Chen reducing our auto attack damage. I don't even remember if he had a fucking Frostbound in there. But then, like, there was a Jade Crown reducing our power. Like, we got anything and everything they could do to screw hunters over. Those frontliners did, and we couldn't touch them.
They played really
I mean,
well.
don't get me wrong, like, because we picked, like, who do we have? We had an Artemis, we had CC Stun. We calculated our team. Artemis for CC Stun. We had On Her for Prot Shred. We had,
Izanami for a silence and
Izanami for
auto,
silent
like-
slows. Then we had Hachiman for his banner. We picked, like, the hunter squad to help hunters. Didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
Just fucking didn't matter. Just did not matter. They didn't.
We did
We'd
this in
occasionally
arena
get a
and we
board
ended up
kill on a
losing-
squishy.
we ended up losing what? By like 60 tickets, somewhere in that range. So we surprisingly did better than
I
we
mean,
expected.
that's not terrible.
Yeah, I know.
No, yeah, we only lost. Yeah, we did an arena, only lost. It was between like 40 to like 70 tickets, something like that. I honestly
Somewhere in that
don't
range.
remember.
I was surprised.
I buried
was
that with-
surprised.
With like 20 assault victories to make myself feel better.
I didn't feel bad about it. I thought we played surprisingly well.
I was just so upset because if we could have had some lifesteal, we could have fragged. That's the
Oh, we
part
could have
that
won if we
pisses
had
me off. We
lifesteal.
could have won. Just an Aussie. That's all it would have taken. Just an Aussie or Bloodforge.
I mean, feel free to head back into the arena map and swap out that starter item.
That wasn't it. It wasn't it though. You gotta keep the blessing. You don't want to run out of arrows, right? If you got 5 bows, you can't run out of arrows. Logical. So this week,
All right.
what did we have that was so fire?
So this is
Shield Master Odin.
I saw this in our ideas and shit channel, and I took it to the nth degree. Every item listed has some sort of shielding effect or has shield in the name. So you start out with tank boots because they give you like that shield effect when you get hit by damage. So you gain extra protections. Your next item is going to be Pridewind because shield. The next item is...
And OP.
Yeah, exactly. The next item is Hide of the Urchin because it's a health shield. The next item is Bulwark of Hope because it has a health shield. And then your last 3 items, after you sell your boots, you're going to get Runic Shield because it's got shield in the name, Void Shield because it has shield in the name, and Shifter's shield because it has shield in the name. So this is legitimately the Shield Master Odin build. Not only do you have a shield in your kit, you also are literally building shields like crazy.
Didn't we basically do a Captain America Capri that was just like this?
Yeah.
Except
But
we didn't
Odin
have...
has his own shield ability.
Yeah.
So he's got an extra
Caprice
shield.
has a shield passive. That's why we did it on him.
Passive.
But it
right.
only does so much shielding. And this is just kind of cool because it actually has shield. This is, I'm not going to lie, this is actually kind of viable.
Just a quick reminder to everyone that ability god shields override item shields.
Correct. They do. But
So if your
who
Bulwark
cares?
pops or your Pride Wind pops and you use your 2, you just negated your shield. Just pre-warning.
Way to
You can
ruin
play
the
around
fun.
that.
Way to ruin the
You can
fun.
play
Not
around that,
ruin
though.
the fun. It's why Pride Wind doesn't work on Nike. I know I said it did one episode, but I was wrong, and I like played it afterwards, and I'm like, oh, I'm a fucking idiot, and just never brought it up. But, yeah, no. Item shields and ability or god ability shields do not stack as much as everyone wishes they would.
You can play around it. It'll be fun. Good luck.
Yeah. Also, buy not meditation cloak.
Oh, yeah. You have to buy
Shell.
Shell.
Yeah, buy shell. Because shield.
I
And
feel like
actually-
it would have to be Agus and Shell.
Oh, Aegis. All right. You got to buy Aegis and Shell.
Yeah,
Right? I mean, that would make sense, no?
it's a shield.
Yeah, no.
That's
immunity
a
Love
shield.
their shields.
Actually, I think it's literally called Aegis. Oh, it's Aegis Amulet.
Aegis Amulet, yeah.
For some reason, I
Yeah.
thought it was Aegis Shield. But yeah, it's definitely Amulet. I'm just stupid.
It looks
Well, I
like a
believe-
shield.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
Neff. I appreciate the backup. Good looking. out.
Nev with the hard facts
Good
coming
looking
in. Watch out.
Do we want to roll a dice for this one? We haven't gone random in a while.
We can do that.
I don't have a dice in front of me though.
Oh, dude, I don't got my D4s up here. Depp, you got your D4s?
I don't have my D4s.
Oh,
my
Jesus.
I don't actually have.
Somebody go to
D4's
the
fine.
side
Nev,
quest
do it.
arcade.
She hasn't done one in a while.
Wow!
I did it. Okay, I did one
Double did
earlier,
it.
but then I wasn't here to tell you about it.
I was
How did
gonna
that
Oh,
one
that's
say-
go?
right. You still got to
I
tell us
went-
about that one. And tell
Yeah,
us next
so-
week how this one went.
Yeah, so my... Wow. Wait a minute.
You just
I feel like-
volunteered.
I feel like Depp has to do this one because he's the one who missed the last one.
Agreed. Depp will do it.
All right, Depp will do it. Lucky Nev.
So the one that I had to do was what, max cooldown Cupid.
Oh yeah. How did that go?
So it was like literally the next day I get into an assault, I get Cupid. I'm like, well, no time like the present. Didn't.
By the way,
reroll
there's a
or
way to
trade
get
or
100.
anything.
I'm just gonna pause you real quick. There is a way to get 100% cooldown. You know that, right? I calculated it. If you
Breastplate.
get Pride One breastplate and Jotun's, that's 60, and then you only need 40 more percent. Oh wait, no. Am I doing my math wrong? I might be doing my
You're
math
bad
wrong.
at math, Willow.
Fail not.
You're bad at
20%.
Oh, fail not's 20%. That's what it is. And then your
And
last
you
two
pick
items
up
can be
2
10.
more. Yes.
So when you were
Not that I've
saying,
done this or anything.
well, you were saying you could only get to 90, and then I was like listening to that episode because that was the one I wasn't on, and I was like, you can get to 100, I think.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't including breastplate because I'm not that kind of guy.
No, you weren't. You weren't including Pride Wind, I think.
Or yeah, maybe that's what.
Either way, it's possible. Go ahead,
So
Nev.
I got Cupid. I got Cupid in an assault, and I was like, well, no time like the present. So I kept him, and I did the build. I went 1, 4, and 17.
Assist
Pretty
Master.
sure my Pretty sure my team hated me, but I had a lot of fun. It's not the kind of build that I use on Cupid, but it was still a fun challenge. So thank you, Fro, for...
Look, that's not
Making
the
me
kind of
build
build
stupid
anybody
items that make no
uses on
sense.
Cupid.
I mean, I was trying to be tactical about it, Willow.
No, that was just one of those
Guys.
really dumb builds that we do and like try and make work.
Guys,
I've done Crit King Arthur. Don't fucking at me, people, okay? Until any of you do something that god-awful bad, like, I don't even want to hear it. I've had to do
You also
Shield
did 4 Shield
Collie.
Collie.
It's like, Jesus Christ. Why do I get, like, the absolute dumpster fire ones?
we forgot about Shield of Thorns
Oh!
being an actual relic in the game.
Well, I think that replaces Aegis, then.
Is it
Yeah.
actually called Shield of Thorns?
Yeah,
Is
it
just
is.
called-
It is.
Actually
Yes, it
called
is.
Shield of Thorns.
That
Used to be Shield
replaces
of the
Aegis
Emerald.
then.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Done and dusted.
That actually is probably one of the most viable parts of that now.
Yeah,
All
'cause
these health
you just-
shields
Oh,
we
yeah,
got
just-
thorns.
Tanky boy with thorns.
Come here, I got
Hit
19
me!
shields. Ain't
Hit
about my
me!
thorns. Hit me! Meanwhile, you're owed in late game, so no one just pays attention to you at all. But
Yeah, they just walk around you.
Yeah. Oh. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Moving on, we have a new community corner to announce. That's right, everyone. What charity would you game for? We've got MadAccountant doing the charity stream. And we thought, what better idea to make a community corner that goes right along with that?
Yep. So we basically just want to know, if you were any sort of charity or however you do it gaming-wise, what one would it be for? So whether it be like a charity stream, charity event, charity whatever, just let us know how and who. Who and how.
What and where?
How,
No, we
who,
don't-
how, what?
We don't need the what and where. Don't lie to them.
The
Bev.
where, yes.
It's
On my
online.
couch.
The web is everywhere.
Video games.
That's full of propaganda over here.
Well, alrighty. That's, we're nearing the end here, but we do have sick outros by NCS.
NCS.
No copyright sounds.
For all your no copyright sounds needs, English. Them.
Yeah, that.
Check them out.
Can you words, bro? Come on, man.
You're on a
Making us look
podcast.
bad in front of the guest.
Bruh. I watched 7 hours or 6 hours of Assault yesterday. Don't at me.
Can confirm.
So, I mean, like, how is that different from every other weekend?
I'm normally playing
Usually
that
he's
much
playing.
Assault.
Yeah, usually
Oh,
he's, I
okay,
was gonna
okay.
say, he's usually playing them.
Well, alrighty. Before we get out of here, MadAccountant, where can we find you and the stuff that you do?
Well, first off, I wanted to throw a little bit of a spoiler out here so that the listeners of the top Smite podcast could get a little head start on the juicy
Spice.
stuff we got coming up this month and
Juicy
next.
spice, I like it.
Pre-HRX
Flattery
shenanigans.
will definitely get you everywhere at this podcast.
Everywhere.
Yes. Everywhere.
I'm playing my cards right today. So, first off, we touched on Exilium earlier in the stream, and there's no really better way to put it. I'm actually going to be joining Exilium as a content creator officially, which is I'll be the first one on that team. Don't really know where we're going from here, but I'm on the team now.
Hey.
Which a lot of people I think saw coming, and something I'm excited about. My original idea was probably going to be to never join a team because most orgs are a little bit selfish in that regard, but that's a longer story. But yeah, I will be joining Exilium as a content creator, so I'm excited about that. And the spoiler, or that wasn't the spoiler, the big spoiler that I have was we're going to be putting on another big tournament like we had, I believe, was it like April? Which is like an amateur open. Any team can play as long as the players aren't in the SPL or SML. It was like a big 10-hour. I think it was 10 hours I was hosting it for the last one. So we're going to be doing another one of those after the league tournament. So this is a separate thing. It's going to be Saturday, October 26th. Tons of giveaways, tons of different casters. We're going to have some pros and probably some coaches in to give their input and better production, I think, than last time. So that's going to be a really good event. So people that are listening to this, you heard it here first, because it's not going to really get announced until the league tournaments are done, which is the end of September. So October 26th, mark it down. Big tournament.
You heard it here first,
big
folks.
On BOTG.
Sneak peek BOTG exclusive.
Yes. So that's there. As far as where you can find me, Twitter is one good place. MadAccountant is the handle, but there's another T at the end because my name, MadAccountant, is taken, and I don't think I'm ever going to get that. So it's MadAccountant with an extra T, so MadAccountant, right? That's one of the places you can
He's
find
so
me.
mad he pressed the T twice.
Right,
So
yeah.
angry.
Darn, the name's taken. Boom, boom.
All right.
And then I'll be back streaming, as I said, on twitch.tv/MadAccountant on September 27th. That's a Friday for the Uplay iPay event. Get to Twitter, get to Discord, sign up for that, be a part of it. I'll be streaming. I'll be like casting games, sort of, or just spectating them. And let's see if we can raise a bunch of money for a good cause.
Honestly,
Heck
the
yeah.
last time you did that was so much fun.
It's
So
gonna be a
I'm
good
really
time.
excited. Yeah, I'm really excited.
Me
Yeah, I
too.
don't
I'm-
know if I'm gonna be playing with Tink and Emily and Ario again, but I think I'm gonna. Like, I'm definitely
Oh,
gonna.
Oh, you're
There'll
not
be
going to play with the
crossplay.
Bocce crew? I see how it is.
Bruh, you weren't there last time, motherfucker.
I know,
I'm one
but
of the
I'll be
people
able
who
to
had
play
my back
this
last time. It was on PS4 last time. I set up the BOTG PS4 team, so don't at me, boo boo. Okay, all right.
And I don't know where
I'm
I
the one
was.
who contacted. I don't
Get
know where
him.
you fucking were either, Willow. All right.
Get him.
Feels bad, man.
Here I am.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good time.
Step on my toes. Jesus Christ.
In all seriousness, I'm really excited to come back to streaming because it's honestly it's a little bit therapeutic for me, I think, to just get that interaction and play games with people I like and play a game that I like to play and kind of just wind down a little bit from the hectic sort of path I'm going down. But I'm really excited for it. Yeah, that's all I got, I think. I think I already dropped my Twitter, so that's all. That's it. I'm done.
Go watch this guy.
All right.
September 27th. It's Nev's birthday.
My
Yee.
birthday!
Woo woo.
Nev, that's like the first piece
Alrighty.
of personal information you've dropped on this podcast.
Yep, that'll probably be the last one, too.
You heard it here
I'm still
first,
sticking
folks.
with your first name's Brunhilde,
Right.
and I'm not changing. I said it like episode 17. Sticking to it.
Okay, buddy.
Sounds good. Well, I have been your host, DepNation. You can find me at DepNation most places. If not, DepNation_. Fro, where can we find you?
In the description.
Willow, where can we find you?
I'm Willow1771 everywhere.
Gotcha. And Nev, where can we find you?
Places at Nevea03.
We will see you on the Battleground.
Bye-bye!
Goodbye.
'Cause when you let me